Hispanic Gateway, I'm Asia, and this is going to be a spiritual or spatial or locational representation of the many gateways, the different states, the different existences that we cannot see. I cannot grab these things and put them in front of you, but we can use our imagination to view this image, this symbology, because everything on here is symbology. It all represents information, and it's a tool for us to use to observe information. So this is how we can observe different states of being. And you can identify for yourself if these things are true, because they exist, whether we're aware of them or not. But this is just a spiritual and physical way to interpret information, because these are all different states of being. Because if we start with Aries, I am, of course, that's a state of being because you just are. Then there's a state of being of having, because there's things that you have, that you possess. Okay, you could be possessing a different emotion or thought, which usually leads to emotion, and then it could lead to a physical action or thing. There's a state of thinking. We're always thinking. There's a state of communication. We do that as well. We can see these things for ourselves because we use them every day. Somebody asks you how you are, and you say, "I'm good." That's the state of being good. So we also have, I feel, we have that state of being, our emotional body, our emotional forms, how we express our emotions and our will, the things that we demonstrate, our actions relating to the sun. This is where we could use astrology and our actual life experiences to validate these things. You don't have to believe in these things because you know you communicate, you know you feel, you know you have will. No matter if there's a symbol here or not, we are existing and living in these things every day. So this is astrology. This is how we have learned through observation, right? We all learn through observation. You don't have to go to no school to learn. It's all a matter of your state of being and what you're paying attention to, how you're expressing your awareness or your own individuality, because it's your choice. There's Virgo over here. This is not Virgo. Well, yeah, it is aligned. Huh, that's funny. I just aligned it. Wow, okay. So Virgo, which we in right now. We work, right? Or we're serving in some type of way. We're analyzing information. Libra, we balance, we judge, we have relationships. There's things in Scorpio that we desired, the things that are hidden, we transform in many ways. There's Sagittarius of learning, seeking the truth, because we all seeking the truth, but we just usually don't know where to find it. Capricorn, this is us being able to use our tools. We control, we have control over things that we have learned through a cycle. There's Aquarius, things that we know, how we relate information to others. Then we have Pisces and the things that we believe in. So we should come to a whole cycle, okay, before we come to a belief, because you should have gathered enough information, okay, to believe in something, and then you can use this belief for yourself. You don't have to necessarily believe in anything. That's a power that you either give to yourself or you give to something outside of you. But that's yours. You have the ability to believe regardless of if you are participating in anything or not. So this also represents time. So these are all different states of being. And they also all correlate because everything is moving. Okay, that's why acknowledgement of the planets, or the energies, I like to call them, because it's not necessarily planets. Planets is a way to identify those energies, but that doesn't make it a planet. We give it that name. But these things definitely have an effect, cause and effect on our daily lives, because these things are always in motion. They're always working. We're all going through different states of being. So it's good to have knowledge of this. It's not necessarily astrology, but astrology is wonderful for understanding these things because it is a science. Astrology is a science of the stars. It has to deal with the stars also. But you have to have a broader awareness. This is nothing spooky. It's everyday life. And you can see how these things work for you and how you relate to these things to express your life will. So that is a way to identify many different states of being.